Yo, listen up. Here's a story about a little guy who got his account muted. So yeah, I've had some issues with Blizzard's report system, to put it lightly. Basically, what happens is this, and I'm going to put a sensationalist title, clickbait title on this video, because I want people to watch it who hate throwers, people who hate someone who picks Hanzo or Junkrat, and they're like, I really want to see what this bastard has to say about game throwing and being toxic and stuff like that. So the title is a bit of a mislead, but it still applies in terms of what other people think of people like me. So I don't play usual characters. I play unusual heroes on Overwatch. I'll play Junkrat. I'll go Hanzo if my team isn't able to kill anybody, and I'll try to get a few picks just so my team can get a foothold. I'll go attack Torbjorn. And these are all things that have worked out well for me, and things that I have seen change the tide of a round that's going badly. However, other people don't see it that way. Other people who are mad about the fact they're losing see me switch to Torbjorn, see me switch to Junkrat, and boom, they have their ability to blame somebody else for their loss. They have all of their ineptitude can now be placed squarely on the shoulders of someone who switched to Hanzo. So, usually what happens, and this is like, I would say, maybe 25% of the thousands of matches I've played. It seems like 25%. It's probably overblown, but it seems that way to me. These people will tell everybody in the match chat, like tell the entire match, report Tormental. Report Tormental for throwing. And it doesn't matter that I was the only one on the objective and everybody else was fucking off in the corner. It doesn't matter that I, have however many medals, which, it's not really about medals, but I'm just saying, it doesn't matter any of those details. None of them matter because I played a specific hero, even though I was doing well with it and pretty much trying to cover my team's ass as they fell off edges and, threw their ults, into doorways, into empty rooms and things like that. Because I picked that hero, I'm to blame for all of their problems up until that point. So, a lot of times people in the chat will say, report fucking Tormental, this, X, Y, and Z, and I won't say the actual words, but you can guess, one's a derogatory term for homosexual. One's a derogatory term for a black person. You can guess what these words are. They start with F, and they start with N. They'll say shit like that in the chat, and usually I'll say back, something like, oh, go fuck yourself. Or I'll say something like, aight, shit, baby. Just some random bullshit, just be like, whatever, just fuck you too. And, yeah, you should ignore shit like that. You should just let it slide off your back, but I don't feel like it. I don't feel like letting it slide off my back. When people are abusive and toxic and telling the entire match to report their teammate, sight unseen, just saying, everybody report him, he was throwing when I fucking wasn't, and I was trying to actually carry their sack of garbage asses, with an unconventional hero. They don't, they think, oh, you either go, soldier, or, fucking roadhog, or you're throwing the game, whatever their preconceived notion is. When they do that, I, just say, well, fuck you. And I don't give a shit. But yeah. So, the problem with that is that when you say, fuck you, even though it's censored in-game and it comes up asterisks you, they, these assholes who have told everybody to report you for throwing and, are being toxic and starting shit, will then say, oh good, he cursed, now I can report him. And I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of the fact that the minute I curse, it means that I'm in the wrong now. I'm aware of that fact. But as I said, I don't give a fuck. I will tell you what I think in an unvarnished opinion, and I will use profanity if I wish to. And you could deal with it, or you could not deal with it. It's up to you. But yeah, so that's how my account gets muted. And it's happened a couple times now. And I even have a statement from Blizzard. I have an official statement from Blizzard directly through email saying that the abuse system or the report system was abused and people reported me unfairly for no reason. I have the quote, it should be on your screen right now, from Blizzard directly saying, yes, we see that people have been reporting you unfairly just, because of, stupid bullshit that doesn't, is not reportable. And, that's what happens. That's what happens. People report you for playing a hero they don't like. And then if you say, why don't you shut your damn mouth or whatever, they report you for that. And, you end up getting muted because of crap like that. And it just is kind of an interesting thing. Because, the people at Blizzard, the people running Overwatch, they know what's going on. They know what happens. I have another statement from Blizzard saying, yes, you're allowed to talk back to people. Because I emailed them and I said, am I not allowed, when somebody says, report Tormental for playing Hanzo, that effing N-word, am I allowed to say back, hey, fuck you, dude? Am I allowed to answer that? Or do I just have to let them say that and then just report them and say, thank you, sir. May I please have another? I hope Blizzard someday, mutes you. Am I allowed to speak back to them? Am I allowed to defend myself in any regard? And I have a statement from Blizzard directly, again, saying, yes, you are allowed to defend yourself. However, you both, will be struck. You both will be muted. So, this is their official stance. Their official stance is that if somebody comes up to you, pulling this crazy shit on you, telling everybody in the match to report you for no reason, and, screaming every profanity in the book, if you say a single profanity back, you're just as guilty as they are. And it's like, all right, if you guys want to be like that, I understand your position. I understand nobody should be cursing, even though it's censored. Even though it's just coming up as asterisks, nobody should be cursing. I get it. That's my bad. I'm in the wrong there. But it just is funny how they say, yes, we see that you're being reported unfairly, but, whatever. So, yeah. And, I mean, this is how, when you get on a match of Overwatch, and you have an incredibly toxic player, or you have a player who's throwing, this is how they became that way. This is how they became a toxic game-throwing asshole. This is the process by which it happened. They were trying to play the game, other people were abusing them, and they eventually lost their shit and got, mad. Now, I don't attack other people. If people are doing badly, I'll switch off to another character and try to pick up the slack for them. But then the people who are doing badly say, oh, Tormental switched off to Torbjorn. Everybody report him. He threw the game. He's the reason we lost. That effing N-word, N-bomb, it's so silly. It's so silly. And then after that, I'll say, oh, man, why don't you go suck a dick? And, for that reason, I'm just as guilty as they are. I deserve everything they get. I should be in hell right beside them. I should be on the other prong of Satan's trident, going up both our asses. There's a mental image for you. But yeah, this is just, it's silly. It's silly, and as I said, because there's going to be a lot of comments saying, well, if you don't want strikes, then don't curse. But, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Because I would rather have a muted account, or even a banned account. I would rather be banned from Overwatch in full, permanently, than have to sit here every goddamn time I play and listen to all these whining fucks, talking about, you're playing Reinhardt, when here we should have Zarya. Report Tormental for playing Reinhardt instead of Zarya. He threw the game. He's the reason we lost. And I got killed 27 times. I'd rather be banned than to have to sit there and listen to that shit and not just be able to say my mind, to speak my mind, and say, nah, you lost of your own accord, you dipshit. It's silly. It's all silly. I just wanted to make this video to sort of explain the problem with Overwatch's report system, because, as I said, Blizzard admits openly that its report system was abused, and that the reports were fake. But then they say, well, you did curse, though, so we're upholding it. Nice. Nice, guys. You're very nice guys. But yeah, so that's it. Rant over. Bullshit rant. Crybaby, dipshit, white male tears. Drink up while you can. Leave a comment below saying how much Junkrat mains suck, or Hanzo players suck, or Torbjorn players suck. I will say, for anybody new to the channel who's just watching this as the only video they see, my mains are Symmetra, Lucio, Junkrat, Diva, and sometimes Hanzo if, as I said, my team isn't killing anybody and I need to just stand back and headshot a few fools. But yeah. Alright, that's it. Bye-bye.